Hello students, welcome again. In the last class, we are dealing with the Boolean algebra and we discussed some mathematical laws in that Boolean algebra. So for today's session, I am going to deal here the same Boolean postulates and laws with respect to this digital logic and computer design. Okay, without further ado, let's start. As we know that we have many postulates in this Boolean algebra like closure law, associative law, distributive, commutative, identity element and so on. So directly I would like to start those. The first one is as we know that closure law, right? In this Boolean algebra, we are always dealing with all these laws with respect to two operators. The first operator is known as plus operator and the one more is dot operator. So if I consider this closure, similarly closure with respect to plus operator, I write here operator plus. The same way closure with respect to operator dot. Okay, and that is always true. This law always true because closure means what? If the set of natural numbers, if I take, okay, 1 2 3 4 and many things, if I add any these two values or any other values from this set, we will get the one more element which is already present in this set. Okay, that is what closure law says right here, right? So that for this Boolean algebra, closure law is always true, right? Okay, and the second law is known as, I can write for second is identity element. Okay, in this Boolean algebra, the identity element, again with respect to, I write here identity element with respect to plus operator, I can write 2a, this is 2b, identity element with respect to dot operator. Okay, and this identity element with respect to plus is always designated by, I write here, designated by 0. Identity element with respect to dot is designated by 1. How this is 1 and 0? This is 1 because to show this identity element with respect to plus, how I will write is x plus 0 which is equals to 0 plus x is always x, right? For this x dot 1 equals to 1 dot x is always x. These are the identity element. That is why we are saying this is designated by 0, because we are operating with 0 with the operator plus. Here we are operating that dot operator with 1 with respect to x, that is why this is designated by 1. Fine. Now you see commutative law. Again we have two operator here, commutative with respect to plus, I write 3a, this is b, commutative with respect to dot. So I will write here commutative with respect to plus and dot, that is x plus y equals to y plus x. For here x dot y equals to y dot x. This is what commutative law. The next one is distributive law. So for that I will write dot is distributive over, dot is distributive over plus, and the other one is plus is distributive over dot. Okay, how to write this? As you know distributive law, so I write here x dot y plus z can be written as x dot y plus x dot z. Here x plus y dot z, which is equals to x plus y dot x plus z. And if you observe this is only valid, this statement which is plus is distributive over dot, this is only valid in Boolean algebra. Okay, only valid in Boolean algebra, but not in ordinary algebra. This is only true in the case of Boolean algebra, which is not valid in ordinary algebra. You remember this, right? Okay. And one more thing I have to write here, which is okay, that is identity. For identity is already done, so I have to explain, that is complement. Fifth one I will write here complementation, or we can write complement. Okay, here complement in the sense, say for example, every element x belongs to B, the other element x prime is also belongs to B. It simply means that I write here complementation for A, x plus x prime is equals to 1, and the complement for B is x dot x prime is always 0. How to understand this now? You take one example for this. So you take the value of x equals to 0 or 1, whatever you wish to take, you can take. Okay, if I take x as 0, put this value of x into equation A, that is x plus x prime. So you check now, x is 0 plus x prime means if it is 0, prime means it becomes 1, right? 0 plus 1, 1. That is whatever the value of x you have taken, that is 0, the always result will be 1. That is the law right here. If you check, you can also check for x is equals to 1. Now you check x plus x prime. So x is what? 1. 1's prime is 0, or 1 bar is 0, 1 plus 0 is 1. So this is true, x plus x prime is always 1. Remember this. For B, x dot x bar is always 0. How it is? Now again you take the value of x as 0 or x as 1. First we will check for x as 0. Now you see x dot x prime, what is the value of x? I have taken 0 dot x prime. 0 dot 0 prime means 1, 0 dot 1, which is 0 only, right? So it is true. So let's consider x as 1. So x dot x prime, x is what? 1, 1 dot 1 prime is 0, 1 dot 0 is always 0. Yes, again this is true. This is how we can also verify the complementation. The one more law I can write here, that is associative law. Already you know that associative law, which is a plus b plus c, which is equals to a plus b plus c, right? A dot b dot c, which is equals to a dot b dot c. Here you can write this, sorry, I have to write like this, a plus b plus c. Yes, this is fine now, right? This is the associative law. Okay, okay. Now you have to remember all these postulates. These are very important to solve the Boolean expression or to simplify any Boolean expression. So to verify all these values or all these postulates, just you need to do is, I will show you that those postulates are correct or not. Closure is always true, you remember that, because as I told, what closure law says in that ordinary mathematics is that if you take any set, say for example if I take set of natural numbers 1 to up to infinity, if any element from this set if you take, or any two element if you take, say for example I take uh, 3 4 5 6 is there, I will take first element as 2 and the next element as 4. If I operate these two with respect to any operator, say for example 2 plus 4, what I will get? 2 plus 4 is 6, and this 6 is also belongs to this natural number, right? You see here it is there, correct? So that is why closure property is true. In case of Boolean algebra, what happens? Only we have 0 and 1, right? Here I have explained with the help of natural numbers, but in the Boolean algebra only we have 0 and 1. So if you operate anything on this 0 and 1, you will get the result always 1 or 0. You can operate plus or you can operate dot, you will get the result as 1 or 0. That is why closure is always true in case of the Boolean algebra. For x plus 0 equals to 0 plus x equals to x, you can prove the identity law here. I write here the first identity law, it means what? X plus 0 equals to 0 plus x, the result is always x. So you put the x value as 0, I write here x is equals to 0 now. 0 plus 0 which is equals to 0 plus x means what? 0. What you will get? 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, so obviously result is 0. 0 means what? Whatever the value you have taken for x, so I considered x as 0. So obviously 0 means what? This is the value of x. Obviously this is true, right? You can put 0 or 1 to this law also, you will get the value of x. That is how you can verify this law, by taking the values of x, you can prove these all laws. I hope this is clear to you, right? Similarly, for verifying distributive over plus or distributive over dot, directly we cannot easily understand that by taking the value of x and y. So we have to understand that concept with the help of the truth table. So I will verify that law, which is distributive law. You can operate commutative, that is obviously true. You have to write all the truth table for the given postulates, that is your work. You write all the truth table, or to verify those postulates you write the truth table and verify and submit it to me. Okay, I will show you one uh, how to write truth table for those and to verify that, right? So I will show you that distributive law, and you put the truth table for other law. Okay. Okay. The first law, what it says? Distributive over dot is distributive over plus, right? X dot y plus z is equals to x dot y, correct, plus x dot z. The B one is what? X plus y dot z, which is equals to x plus y dot x plus z. Okay, this is the distributive law. So I will prove the first law, that is distributive for A, and you have to do for B. Okay, here if you observe, we have variables. How many variables we have? 3 variables: x, okay, x, y and z. Okay, x, y and z. So this is not a good pen, so I will take this one only. Okay, x, y, z, right? What we have to do? First we have to verify y plus z, and then we have to operate that x dot y plus z. Okay, and now what we have to check? X dot y, x dot z, and the last one is x dot y plus x dot z. Okay, so if these are the 3 variables, what is the formula for that? Here we have 3 variables x, y, z, right? All are different, right? Okay, if these are 3 variables, then 2 to the power 3 means 8 number of combinations we will get, right? Okay, so I will write that 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1. Okay, here 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 1. The same way 0 1 0 1 0 1, last 0 1. This is how you can write the combination. First 4 zeros, 4 ones, 2 zeros, 2 ones, 1 0, single 1. You can write if it is a 3 variable. Now you operate y plus z. 0 plus 0 is 0. Okay. Okay. 1 plus 1. Okay. Again, sorry. 0 plus 1 1. 1 plus 0 1. 1 plus 1 1. 0 plus 0 0. 0 plus 1 1. 1 plus 0 0. 1 plus 1, this is 1 again, right? The next one, you check now. X dot y plus z. You have to take this x and you have to operate with y plus z. 0 plus, or you can take 0 dot 0 0, 0 dot 1 0, 0 dot 1 again 0, 0 dot 1 again this is 0, 1 dot 0 0, 1 dot 1 this is 1, 1 dot 0 0, 1 dot 1 this is 1. Okay, this part is done, that is LHS is done. Now we have to perform RHS. For that, x dot y we have to perform. This is x, this is x, this is y. 0 dot 0 0, 0 dot 0 again this is 0, 0 dot 1 is also 0, 0 dot 1 is also 0, 0 dot 1 dot 0 is 0, this is also 0, this is 1 and this is 1. X dot z, take x and take z. 0 dot 0 0, this is 0, this is 0, this is also 0, this is 0, this is 1, this is 0, this is 1. Okay, now you have to do, already we have x dot y, x dot z, then we have to make plus operator, right? Or you add these two, x dot y plus x dot z. 0 dot 0 0 0 0 0, this is also 0, this is 1, this is 1, this is 1, right? Okay, now we have to check, this is true for x dot y plus x dot z. If it is true, then the column for x dot y plus z and x dot y plus x dot z must be same. But here if you observe, we x dot y plus z, right? 1 dot 0, this is y plus z, I have to write 1, sorry, this is 1. Okay, this is 1. If this is 1, because y plus z, y plus z, 1 plus 0 is 1. Okay, now this becomes 1. If you observe the column for this, I write here, this is C1, C2, C3, okay, this is C4, C5, C6, C7, C8. C means column here. If you observe, okay, this becomes 1, right? What? X dot y plus z, x dot y plus z, this is also 1, this becomes 1. Now if you observe, the column number 5 and the column number 8 are same. You check now. First 1 2 3 4 5 zeros are there, 1 2 3 4 5 zeros are there, last 3 ones are there, here also last 3 ones are there. So this C5 column says what? C5 column says x dot y plus z. What C8 column says? X dot y plus x dot z. If you observe both the column here, the values in the column 5 and the values in the column 8 are equivalent, so that this is true. This is how you have to verify the truth table or values with the truth table for the laws. Here I verified distributive law, which is dot over plus operator, that is A. Okay, and your job is to, you have to verify and write and submit it to me, that is okay. Okay, you have to verify the second one. This is A, I have done. B is for you, that is x plus y dot z, which is equals to x plus y dot x plus z. How to verify this? First write the truth table or values for x, y, z, then write for y dot z, then write x plus y dot z, later x plus y you write for that, and x plus z you write, and the last one is x plus y dot x plus z. You have to verify the column number this and this. If the values comes same here, then your truth table is correct, and that is a valid distributive law. I hope this is clear to you. Thank you.